Hi, I'm Megan. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Clark. So I'd like to start by telling you a story of my mom, Miss O'Connor. Mom is a teacher by day. She is a public school teacher in California, and she teaches the 8th grade. And then by night, she's a tutor. She tutors on the side because as a single lady working as a public school teacher, turns out she needs to have a second job in order to make ends meet. It was as my mom and I started to talk more about her business a few years ago that she shared with me her first business website. She built this website because she wanted to professionalize her services, and it was the worst website I'd ever seen. I said to her, Mom, let's dive into what you actually want to do with this professionalizing of your services. And the answer was she was sick of being paid late. She was sick of being canceled on last minute. She was having difficulties maximizing her times with clients because she also had a day job. So we started a series of experiments, my mom and I. We got her a card reader. We started a digital calendar. We tried communication hacks to optimize her business. And it was during that experimentation time that she called me one day in tears saying, Megan, I want to quit this family. How sad is that statement for an educator who has dedicated her life to the classroom, who on the side is dedicated to student progress, wanted to quit a family simply because she was having problems with the communication she was experiencing with the students' kids. So what I typically say to educators is if you've ever had problems effectively communicate with parents, you're not alone. And there's two people inside of you, the person who's the educator that cares about student progress, and then the business owner who wants to make sure that they're making a sustainable living. It was when my mom made this call that I knew that I had to create Clark, the first platform that allows tutors to focus on what they care about, student progress. If you ask any tutor why is it that they take this job, it's because it means the world to them when they see a student go from failing a course to doing well. But also a platform that enables them to put their business on autopilot so they can maximize their abilities to grow and scale a business. So we built Clark. Clark is the only data-centric platform that manages the end-to-end business for a tutor. For tutors, what we do is manage scheduling, payments, on-demand support, and building a business brand. But beyond that, we engage all stakeholders in the end-to-end tutoring relationship. That includes parents, students, and their in-classroom educator. Because by all means, it's not that parents are terrible or that students don't want to succeed. It's that this triangle relationship of these three entities often results in ineffective communication. And it's when that communication can be shored up that we can put student progress at the forefront. So for parents, we provide the back end of engaging with a tutor while leveraging student progress as a conversation through the weekly student progress report the parents receive and can share with their in-classroom educator. Now, the important thing to note is this problem, this need, is far beyond my mom. And that's become evident in the hundreds of tutors I became the personal assistant of during our alpha period, and then our closed beta users as well. In addition to that, I think that we all know that we're in unprecedented times as it relates to education. There was a 30% increase in parents last year saying that they wanted to engage an out-of-classroom educator and their students' education. Many of you in this room know that the homeschooling market is blowing up, and tutors are at the forefront of that, not parents. We also have an increased propensity to provide individualized learning for our students, but know that things like class size and budget cuts make that extraordinarily difficult. And not dissimilar from my mom, 75% of educators feel that they are underpaid and want to remain in the classroom. Clark is the solution for that. The product itself serves as a back-end tool for tutors to manage their business, a web portal for both tutors to publicize their business and for parents to engage. And then as I mentioned earlier, the progress report. This is the way that we benchmark what is a parent looking for when engaging in a client relationship with a tutor. Do we want to get a 1600 on the SATs? Do we want Johnny to simply pass math this year? And by doing this on a week-on-week basis, we manage expectations and provide clear guidelines for parents of how they can engage. The Clark customer is diverse. There are many tutors that benefit from the Clark superpowers on the back end. We, of course, have the pro tutor, who is typically a full-time tutor or a full-time teacher who has left the classroom to become a tutor and works with 30-plus kids a week. There is the group tutor, who is a senior tutor who is employed between 20 to 60 individuals to work underneath them. And then the teacher, who knows that they'd love to tutor on the side, but the idea of entering that market seems like a huge barrier to get started. The exciting thing for Clark is where we go next. We are at the center of all data collection around tutoring engagements, and that's because we own the end-to-end relationship. That's exciting from us for a perspective of we can say to parents now in a purchase decision-making time, what should I be doing as it relates to tutoring? If my child is here, but I want for him to go here, how often do I need to engage with a tutor? At what frequency and for what duration? And because we manage relationships all the way from test prep to elementary English, we have that data for parents at all different times of engaging a tutor. In addition to that, we've seen an unbelievable amount of engagement from parents as soon as they leverage the Clark platform. 90% of parents who use the Clark platform engage with their tutor on a weekly basis. So in full transparency, Clark is seed stage funded, we're in a great place, but what we're really looking for is partners, people who work with teachers and educators who would benefit from the information that we're learning right now about the way that students engage with their out-of-classroom educator. So we're excited to build a world of superhero tutors, and we would love for you to join with us. If you're interested in any of the partnership opportunities I talked about, I'd love to speak with you. Please email me here. Thanks.